Hey guys, welcome back to the Music Mindset channel. Man, I feel like getting into some of that old school soul and R&B tonight with my man Al Green. You know what I mean? I was looking through the net and I saw that he's been doing some shows lately, and I thought I'd bring y'all some of that. Remember that song, Let's Stay Together, man? The Obamas did that at the first dance, the inaugural back in the day, inaugural first dance. And I was like, man, that song was something else back in the 70s, man. I was just a teeny-weeny speck of a kid, but I know, oh, man, that was a Lovebird song right there. And I was thinking like, man, what happened to Al Green? And then I found him, and he's still doing his thing, can't believe it or not. He's in his 70s or not. B-Man, go ahead and tell us a little bit about it. We're going to come back and look at his latest performance, or one of the latest performances of that song, Let's Stay Together. So y'all stick with me. Do y'all know something about old school? If you don't, B-Man's going to tell you a little bit. Go ahead, B-Man.
I'm so in love with you.
Yeah. What do y'all know about that old school soul and R&B music? Well, here's one of the top 10 soul brothers of that genre. Yep, we might be going old school, but my man Al has a voice that will never get old. That's right, we're diving into the one and only Reverend Al Green, a soul legend who's been bringing love and happiness to the world for over 5 decades. This icon was born Albert Leorns Green on April 13, 1946, in Forest City, Arkansas. His name is surely synonymous with soul music. But let me tell you, his journey to becoming one of the greatest voices of all time wasn't an easy one. He started singing gospel with his brothers in a group called the Green Brothers when he was just a kid. In high school, Al formed a vocal group called Al Green and the Creations. But it wasn't until the early 1970s, after meeting producer Willie Mitchell in Memphis, that Al Green's career took off like a rocket. In 1971, Al dropped the album Let's Stay Together, and the title track hit #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. But it didn't stop there. He had several more hits that cemented his status as the Prince of Soul. His smooth voice, combined with that deep emotional delivery, made him a favorite not just in the R&B world, but across the music landscape. But Al Green's story is more than just music. In 1974, a life-changing incident happened. His girlfriend, Mary Woodson, died by suicide. That's when he turned to the church again and gospel music. Green also became an ordained pastor. For years, he balanced his ministry with his music, blending gospel and soul in a way that only he could. But eventually Green returned to secular music in 1988, recording Put a Little Love in Your Heart with Annie Lennox. One of his achievements was being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1995.
I'm so tired of being alone. I'm so tired of going on.
And let's not forget those Grammy Awards, 11 in total, including a Lifetime Achievement Award in 2002. He has also received the BMI Icon Award and is a Kennedy Center Honors recipient. He was even included in the Rolling Stone list of the 100 greatest artists of all time. Man, this guy is a living legend. Fast forward to 2024, and Al Green's influence is as strong as ever. He's still performing, still preaching, and still touching lives with his music, bringing that timeless sound to a new generation. And today, we're going to check out one of his most recent iconic live performances of the song Let's Stay Together. This track, folks, is the epitome of soul. Let's Stay Together is a masterclass in how to move a crowd. Now, Mr. Mindset, Al's a little older now, but time hasn't weathered his musical appeal. Let's take a look.
Yeah, man, that's still a great song, man. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your ethnicity is. If you don't like Let's Stay Together, I don't know what you're thinking about. We're going to check it out right now. Al Green, this was like a couple of months ago. He was still out there on the scene doing his thing, and we're going to check him out. He's got a little bit older and probably had a few extra donuts along the way. But that's still Al Green, man, and his songs are still great. Let's have some fun with this, guys. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Al gets a pass, man. Al gets a pass, man. The song is too great, man. Al got up in the 70s and stuff like that, and he's kind of like, taking breaks, looking like Sid the Entertainer and everything like that. Al gets a pass. That song is great. That man put in his time, man. I love that song. That song will always be great. 30 years from now, they'll still be playing that song at weddings and stuff like that. I just want to take a look at that, see how far he's come, man. I tell you what, age is something else, man. You can feel like one thing on the inside, on the outside, the body's telling you, hey, take some huffs and puffs and take a break. I'm not gonna try to clown him and stuff like that because he gets a pass. The song is still great. He's still doing good, and it's surprising to see somebody that old out there still wanting to shake and groove and make that money, of course. You know what I mean? That's Al Green, the great Al Green, the iconic Al Green. And if you don't know nothing about soul, if you don't know nothing about that song, man, you need to look up some of his old stuff. Some of you old schoolers know what I'm talking about. If you're over 50 years old, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Maybe even younger than that. That song was hot back then. That song is still hot right now. And Al is still doing his thing. Will you be doing your thing at 70 years old? That's the question I want to ask you guys. You know what? I hope you appreciated that, and I hope you come back to the Music Mindset channel. We're going to do some adventurous stuff, and this was one of them. And I hope you enjoyed it. I'm Mr. Mindset, and I'll see you next time on the Music Mindset channel.